So, I'm about to talk about some stuff that might be seen as taboo or nonsensical in most traditional circles, and that's okay. Um, I know this post isn't going to be for everyone, but maybe it could be for someone. I really think that we need to adapt a mindset that allows us to give people space to speak their truths without being judged, you know? So all I'm asking is that as you listen, if you continue to listen, to just, keep an open mind. That's all I ask. So recently I've been going through a kind of spiritual awakening, I guess. And it all happened pretty suddenly, you know. I was atheist one day, and then all of a sudden I wasn't, I guess. For most of my life, I've been pretty skeptical of everything. Religion, God, angels, aliens, people, myself even, you know. I've always questioned that stuff. And now I'm in this kind of weird place, in some uncharted territory where I find myself believing in all of these things. Well, believing in God and angels, although not necessarily in the traditional sense, believing in aliens, people, and believing in myself. It's like for so long I was asleep, and now I'm awake and I have this whole new outlook on life. And I know it sounds really kind of cliche, but it is legitimately how I feel, you know? And I've also been able to connect with other people that are experiencing the same things as I am, the same feelings, and are able to validate some of my own highly, highly unexplainable experiences. I joined Clubhouse recently, and I've been able to sit in on room after room, listening in to so many people, different people sharing their stories. I've been listening to conversations that so many people have shied away from for so long because they're so scared of being laughed at or seen as crazy. Topics that usually when we bring them up, people are so quick to discount the possibility of it being true, you know? I find that we tend to close our minds off completely to the unknown with no desire to look into it more and no willingness to really hear people out. With like aliens, you know? As crazy as that might sound, yes, aliens. We've been so distracted by so many trivial things, that things like aliens have been existing and we have no idea, you know? I've listened to countless stories from credible people about their experiences. Stories about UFO sightings, visitors from abroad, abductions, and so many others. You know? Hundreds of thousands of people with so many similar experiences. All around the world, people having these experiences, yet we continue to deny the possibility that it could be true. I've also listened to many stories of the psychological toll that it takes on people who have had these experiences. And they're ridiculed when they try to share their truth. I mean, can you imagine experiencing something so extreme and so bizarre and not being able to share it with anyone? There are more than 700 quintillion planets in our observable universe. And that's just observable. meaning that there is more beyond what we're able to observe. But somehow it makes more sense that we are the only sentient beings in existence. Us. We are the best that there is out there. Somehow we can't fathom that there's something more, something beyond us. Somehow it makes more sense that millions of people are lying about their experiences or that they're crazy. Even now, with the CIA declassifying evidence, we're still seemingly unwilling to accept this truth. Or maybe we are willing and people are just too afraid to be open about it. And what about spirituality and how so many aspects of it have been demonized by the church? With tarot cards, astrology, psychics, mediums, people talking to spirits and getting messages from their guides. All of this so taboo and warned against. Since I've been a part of this community, I can attest to the authenticity and the goodness of the people that I have met. I felt welcomed, supported, and accepted for whoever I am, and I return that support and acceptance. I listen to people speak their truths, and they listen to me speak mine with no judgment. And that's such a change of pace for me, because I find that we as a society can be so quick to judge and condemn things that we don't understand. And I just want to make it clear, I am not part of a cult, nor am I affiliated with any religion. I haven't been told what to believe. I've only ever been encouraged to do my own research, listen to their stories, but find my own way, and not just out in the world, but within myself. I've started really getting to know and understand myself, and I've been able to work through like a lifetime's worth of guilt, regret, and pain that I've carried with me. I've been able to forgive myself and all who I carried resentment towards. I've worked through my depression and my anxiety and feelings I thought I would carry to my grave. I never knew I could feel this happy with myself. I never knew I could feel this comfortable with who I am. I have never felt as certain of myself as I do in this moment right now. I've also learned to recognize the negative voice in my head, that voice that creates fear, the voice reminding me that if I share this with people, that they're going to think that I'm crazy, the same voice preparing me to get a call from my mother to check and see if I'm okay or if I'm high. The voice that creates anxiety. And we all have some version of that voice. The one that makes us doubt ourselves or worry about what other people think. That voice that prevents us from taking certain chances. The voice that causes us to doubt when other people are speaking their truths. I have decided to stop listening to that voice and start using my own. For most of my life, I've been afraid of speaking my mind. I've always been so worried about being polite and worrying how I would come across to people. So worried about what people thought of me. Not wanting to seem weird, hating how awkward I knew I was, or I guess how awkward I know I still am. But I've recently realized that it's been really exhausting. And I've started abiding by the idea that What other people think of me is none of my business. You know, I've heard that from many people. I don't know the origins, just know that that is not my line. I took it. But yeah, and I know people might think differently of me for sharing my thoughts, my truths, but honestly, I don't care. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. Your thoughts and feelings are valid. It's just that the ones about me just don't matter to me. You know, I've become pretty sure of myself. I mean, I could very well change on that right before I post this or, right after posting it. But in this moment, it is my truth. I'm not asking anyone to believe what I believe or to accept what I'm saying. I'm just encouraging you to try and open your minds just a bit. Be open to other possibilities. Do research, ask questions, lots of questions. The truth is available for you to find. You just have to know to look for it. And, of course, be willing to. Also, practice gratitude. Lead with love, acceptance, and compassion. It's been a really difficult year. For some, more than others. We definitely don't need to circulate any more pain or hate. If we want to change the world and change the direction that it looks like things are going, we have to be willing to change things about ourselves. And that's it. And also just, making it clear again, I am for certain not going crazy. I'm really not. Just sharing my thoughts.